So what we're doing today is adjusting the waistband of the Ida pant and the Nico pant, showing you how to sew a button, giving you, a bit of like 2 inches over here if you need to adjust it up to 2 inches, either on the Ida or Nico pant, without having the button stitch show through. So I'm going to do this on the Nico pant. So I'm going to take some black thread. Snip that off since I'm here. There we go. Black thread, and just pull out about, I'm pulling out about, let's see, it's about 14 inches on the double, so 28 inches total. And I'm snipping thread here. I've got my really great needles. I found this little needle case, so it's nice to keep them organized. And just thread it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is work on the Nico pant and take this button that is here on the left side and release it from here and then actually move it over 1 inch. So I'm going to, this is great, if your weight fluctuates, you've got a really quick way to help you be more comfortable in these pants. So that's it. So I'm going to take out the old stitching and grab the same button and then measure exactly where I want it to be. So right now what we're doing is 1 inch from the edge. So I'm going to, the button originally is sewn at 2 inches, so I'm going to put the button, the new placement of the button right here at 1 inch. So put it right there. And then what I do so that the thread, the button thread doesn't show through on the front side is I just take my thread, needle and thread, and put the thread in, just catching the top layer closest to me and going through the first hole. And then you can see there's no stitch showing on the outside. Then what I do is I hold the needle, I hold the button, sorry, up about 1/8 of an inch away from the waistband, go down through the next hole and catch again the top layer of the waistband, and make sure that the threads are not tangled as you're doing this, especially the first pass, it's important. So there's an X, so we just untangle it. And then what I do is I hold the button about 1/8 of an inch from, let me make sure you can see this, 1/8 of an inch from the waistband, and then you can actually start catching the top layer again and go through the 3rd buttonhole and the 4th buttonhole, catching the top layer. And then just repeat this about 2 more times, so a total of 3 times. And I'll show you what to do next. And you can see at the third pass through all 4 buttonholes, since I've been holding the button away from the waistband, it actually is now just kind of floating above the waistband just a little bit. So what we do now is we create a shank, and the shank allows for the bulk of the fabric. So what I'm doing is just taking the thread without cutting the thread and just wrapping around the base of those threads that the buttons that I just, the buttonholes that I just sewed, wrapping them around, quite a few times, maybe like 10 times, and then just catch the top layer again and pull it tight. Then make a knot here And I use these two fingers right here to create some tension so that the knot will be at the very base of the loose thread. So just pull it and push the button down with your thumb so that you've got more you're holding the tension. Do that twice, again, and then you're done. So it's really a very, very quick alteration, and then you're just more comfortable. There you go. And then I'll show you the other side. We don't see the button that we just moved at all. So that's very pretty, and it's a nice little detail because, you know, your waist is a very beautiful part of your body. And so I'll show you the front. This is now the new button position, and that was the old one. And then from here, you can actually, you know, like I said before, move it out if you need to, because that happens maybe right around Thanksgiving, or you can actually move it in further too, and it doesn't affect the fit of the pant, the rest of the pant. It just helps you with the waist. And now, from this Did You Know, now you know. So that's it. Thanks for joining me.